Right, hello YouTube users. Right, today I'm gonna go through some of my DVD collection for you. Okay. Right, it's in as much in no particular order, just the order they are on my rack and all spread around the place. Okay. Right, Baby Blood. This is not a bad movie. A woman gets impregnated. We don't know how with this inhuman baby. By the way, this is not the original. This is a copy, by the way. Anyway, she gets impregnated by this inhuman baby, which keeps on craving human blood, and she has no choice but to kill people to satisfy the thing that she's impregnated with. Quite gory in places, but a little bit slow moving, to be honest. Bad Inclination. This film, I think it stars has Eva Robbins in it, who appeared in Tenebrae as the girl that was murdered, that keeps on getting murdered in the killer's flashbacks. It's pretty good giallo, about an innocent man being framed for some murders that he didn't do, and the police are hell-bent on sending him down, and the murders are done by this sharp triangular thing. Really very gory, lots of good gore in it. I think that if it ever is submitted to the BBFC, it will go through all right, I think. Okay, right. Barricade. It's directed by Timo Rose. It's really a crossbreed between Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Hills of Eyes. It's directed by new German director Timo Rose. It's about these American teenagers that travel to Germany to camp in the woods, and they start getting stalked by this cannibalistic family in the style of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and getting bumped off one by one. Quite a lot of very good gore, really good gore sequences in it. Right, okay. Right, this is pirated. This is not the original, but it's really good, worth tracking down. I believe it's available in the UK uncut from Agbe. It's Beyond the Limits, directed by Olaf Ittenbach. It's two different stories. It was shot as a sequel to The Burning Moon, which I will go into later. Both stories are set around a beating heart that people are after. One is set up in modern times, where where a drug dealer's girlfriend is thrown to her death from the top floor of a window, and the other is set up in the Middle Ages, where a sadistic witchfinder goes at any lengths to get the still beating heart to be invincible. Lots of really good gore sequences in it. Olaf Ittenbach did also Garden of Love and Promutus, which I'll go into later as well. Right. Dario Argento's first film was The Bird with a Crystal Plumage, from 1969. A serial killer's going round stalking people and harassing a writer and the police after he witnesses a murder, and the police they want to keep him in Italy until the murders are solved. This one is the best to go for. It comes in. It's got the Italian language with subtitles on it and the English dub as well. Quite a pretty good thriller. One of Olaf Ittenbach's earlier films. It is pretty hard to get this in an English subtitled version. It's two different short stories. This drug addict tells some gruesome stories to wakes up his little sister, who is played by Olaf Ittenbach, to tell her a couple of gory stories. One is about this psychotic priest going about raping and murdering people, and the other is about an escaped lunatic that goes on a date with someone who thinks that he's normal, and then in a panic she flees, leaving a wallet in his car, and he then goes after her family and doing stuff like slitting throats and chopping off fingers. And not about lots of gory scenes. If you're into your bad acting and gory scenes, go for this just for the gore. If you remember the true story about this homosexual in Germany that filmed himself eating his lover alive, then this is the reconstructed true story. Really gory. This is the European disc of the film. It's called Cannibal. It's got 4 short. It also has 4 short movies by director Maureen Dora in it as well, on the disc as well. also quite a brutal film. Right, if you're expecting another good gory cannibal movie to come out, then I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it is not going to happen, and here is solid proof that it is not going to happen. Cannibal, nice cases came in limited edition, but I was very excited when I saw this, and I thought, yes, another cannibal movie being made. But when I put in and saw that it was going to be one of those that have been inspired by Blair Witch, I knew then that this movie was going to be absolutely shit. It's the German disc of Welcome to the Jungle, by the way. Avoid stick to your Cannibal Holocaust and Ferox. They are much better movies. Here's a region 1 of Cannibal Apocalypse. As you can see, if I give you a look there, it's been signed by John Morgan, who played the mental patient and one of the cannibals in the film, and also the guy that got his stomach, got a hole in his stomach during the end. It has John Saxon in it, who was in Nightmare on Elm Street and Tenebrae. Yeah, this is not a bad movie. It's a bit silly but entertaining. But it is worth seeing just for the gore sequences. I must warn you though, this is region 1 version. The region 2 version is slightly cut by a few seconds. I've got two versions of this, but this is the region 1 version. Cannibal Holocaust. This is the version I got really wound up. No, well, it's not the version I got really wound up about, but yeah, it is. I'm not going to mention the name of the people I tried to purchase this off. Anyway, on with this. This is the best quality DVD to get. I'm afraid it's not totally uncut, because there is one scene from it that is missing, and some of the Road to Hell footage is missing out of it, but that's not due to censorship. I think that was due to print damage or something. This version, it has a rare interview with Gabriel York on it, and it also has an audio commentary on it from Ruggiero Deodato and Robert Kerman on it. And it also has an amazing visual commentary on it. Anyway, on to the next one. Now, Darkness. This is done by the same guy who did a film called The Nameless, which showed about 7 years ago at the Dead by Dawn festival. This is the uncut version, so this is the one to go for. Yeah, this is quite a well made, very eerie film. It's guaranteed to have your hair standing up on your neck. I think you'd be lucky if your hair doesn't turn white during watching this film. I'm not saying it's as scary as The Exorcist. No, it's nothing like The Exorcist at all. It has elements of The Shining and Amityville horror. But it's really, really good. So go see it as soon as possible. Right, is a US version of Leif Jonker's Darkness, but it's now been re-released as Darkness, the vampire version, due to I think that's due though to that Spanish film I just showed you just then, being released under the same title. It's a low budget film, got lots and lots of extras on this one. This was previously released uncut on the now obsolete Screen Edge label. Loads and loads of crazy scenes in it, like heads blowing up, exploding, violence with chainsaws, lots of people melting in holy water, stuff like that, and vampires going crazy, covering themselves with their victims' blood. Quite a really excellent film. It wasn't intended for general release, but it did the rounds over the years at some film festivals and ended up on video. Right now, Dark Water. This is the original Japanese version. It's not that cack American remake. It's done by the same it's the same people who did Ring. Very, very creepy film. Really also quite a suspenseful film. A kid goes missing, nobody knows what happened. This is the Region 2 Tartan Asia Extreme. It has some trailers on it. Has, I think, no, because I bought this second hand. But if you see it, get it. It's quite a scary film. Beat the shit out of me. Right, the Anchor Bay version of Deep Red, it is in widescreen. It has a 25th anniversary documentary. It has both the Italian and US trailer on it. The languages are English and Italian. I think this one's out of print now. It's now being released reissued by Blue Underground now. And because Bill Lustig, who acquired the rights, left Anchor Bay and set up his new company, Blue Underground. But this is the longest version to get. I would recommend watching this in Italian with English subtitles, because the reason why is because there are no, because when it was filmed, some of the footage was initially lost, and some of it was never dubbed, so it jumps from, so if you play the English language soundtrack, it will jump from English to Italian. Two-disc unrated The Devil's Reject. It's a sequel to The House of 1,000 Corpses. It's quite a sick and twisted film from Rob Zombie, who did the remake of Halloween recently. It has what are the families now? The Wildfire family, or whatever they're called, going on the run from the police after their shenanigans in House of 1,000 Corpses. The twin brother of the cop that's initially murdered goes out after the people that murdered his brother, who was also a cop, going out to get him. Don't Go in the Woods. This DVD consists of a picture gallery only and some trailers. It should have been retitled Don't Buy This DVD. Another film with the title Don't in It, Don't Look in the Basement. Oh yeah, this appeared on the Video Nasties list and was banned. But surprisingly enough, if you check on the BBFC website, this one is actually rated as a 15 certificate. Another film that should have been entitled Don't Buy This DVD. One the original cut and one the director's cut of The Exorcist. like the original one. It consists of a documentary called Fear of God, which was on television not so long ago. Also an audio commentary by William Friedkin and William Peter Blatty, and some interviews as well. This one consists of unseen footage never seen before, and also some TV spots in it. When I first saw this at the cinema, I absolutely shit myself when I first saw it. Absolutely shit myself, I'm telling you. But now that it's available uncut, it's been on television time and time again, and nobody wants to know about it, but it has won Oscars because it's a really, really excellent film. But it's still a film not recommended for the faint-hearted though. I think a lot of people find this film funny though now. Another film that's recently been made. It's actually go for the original. Do not watch the American one, because that is poo. There's one scene in this which really freaked me out. It was so scary that I actually screamed. And I'm sure you know, if you've seen this, you know the scene that I'm talking about. This one has a Pangs Brothers documentary, promotional art gallery, and some other trailers, and the original trailer, and some notes. And this is, as you can see, the Region 2 from Tartan. Fragiles. This is done by the same Spanish director as Nameless, but it was filmed in English. I generally thought that it was filmed in Spanish, but it was actually filmed on an island off the UK, so all the cast in it were British. Yeah, this is an excellent film. That's my opinion anyway. It's about it's got trailers, and it's a 2-disc edition, and it's about this woman going to work in a children's hospital that's about to be closed, but the process of transferring all the children has been delayed due to the bad weather, a train crash. It's quite an eerie film actually, very good, yeah. Right, this is actually the remake of The Hills of Eyes. This is not the original Wes Craven movie. It's rare that I think oh fuck, fucking batteries are about to go. Yeah, let's go through it fast. There's a commentary by Alexandre Aja, who wrote the awesome who created the awesome Switchblade romance, and also Wes Craven. This is actually better than the original Hills of Eyes. That's just my opinion anyway. Okay, but while I'm on the subject, Alexandre, please don't remake Piranha or Into the Mist. Right, as I was saying, Alexandre, please do not remake Piranha or Into the Mirror, because you came up with an original idea with Switchblade romance, and also the recent film you did, that is P2. So no more remakes please. One remake in your career is enough. Okay, right, that's my rant over. Right, Hostel. These days, when it's been given a certificate, beside the certificate it tells you the reason why it's been given the certificate, and according to this, contains strong bloody violence, torture and sex. Right, in a nutshell, this is definitely no video nasty at all. It does have some nasty scenes in it, but Hollywood is never gonna create any films that are as nasty as the low budget American films or the low budget Italian or Spanish films we had in the 70s. But this is quite a good film. This DVD consists of director's commentary, director and executive producer's commentary with Quentin Tarantino, and director and producer's commentary, and director commentary and guest Harry Knowles from Ain't It Cool News, well, whoever he is anyway. Okay, but this is quite good, but Hostel 2 is better, I think. Right, the Japanese release of Kill Bill is longer than the US or UK DVD release. All the revenge scenes are entirely in colour, which is less you can which you can't say about the R-rated and UK editions of this film. Yeah, I quite like this film. Very gory in places, and a certain video nasty. No, it's not. A video nasty isn't mentioned in this. The sequel has video nasty mentioned in. A certain video nasty mentioned in it, but it's done by Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, very good film. But my only complaint about this DVD is that you've got to turn on the English subtitles when needed yourself. That's my only complaint about this one. George Romero's fourth instalment to Land of the Dead. This is the Region 2 DVD with more or less the same extras as the unrated American disc, and I think is probably the same as the unrated American disc. This one's not near as good as the previous installments. This is the unrated version, but this is the UK Region 2 version of the disc. Quite a few good gore sequences in it. But like I said before, it's nowhere near as good as the original, as his first three Dead movies. At Chainsaw Massacre 3 you get both the R-rated and unrated edition of this. This is quite the same as the UK disc. It was banned in and my version, my US Region 1 disc has the autograph by Ken Forey on it, which I had signed at the 2005 Dead by Dawn. But in this one you get the bit where the little girl hits the guy in the head with the sledgehammer. Yeah, and it also has Viggo Mortensen in it from The Lord of the Rings as one of the baddies in it. Yeah, not as good as the first one, neither is 2 either. But this one has more of humorous scenes in it than disturbing scenes, but there are quite some nasty scenes in this film though. And what do we know? Lost in Non-Brain, aka The Nameless. This is done by the same director as Fragiles and Darkness. And I think this is Drum Buckle, or whatever his name is. It's his best film. This one consists of a theatrical trailer, music video, and making of quite a creepy film about a woman whose daughter went and a body was found, and she presumed it was her. But years later, she gets a phone call from a mysterious little girl saying that, claiming to be her daughter, and the cop that led the investigation years ago, she talks him into following some inquiries, which leads them to an evil cult called the Nameless. I'm not going to tell you more about this because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it is quite a creepy, twisted film. One film to look out for. I do believe that it is now available in the UK uncut now. And I've also got Olaf Ittenbach's Region of the Dead. This is the Region 2 Anchor Bay release, uncut. Really quite a gory film. Quite a it's on the same veins of From Dusk Till Dawn, but except it's more gruesome. I quite liked it, to be honest with you. And if you're into gore, you should get this disc. Consists of a trailer, lost scenes, outtakes, making of documentary, and audio commentary from Olaf Ittenbach. This is UK Region 2 Living Dead of the Manchester Morgue. This DVD has been way out of print for a little bit. Let's open it up. It also has a booklet about the film in it for free from Midnight Media. It was released by Anchor Bay. It's in widescreen. Has an interview with George Garou, TV spots, radio spots. Yeah, very good film. Lots of really good gore makeup from Gianetto De Rossi, who recently did some gore sequences in the film Switchblade Romance, and is the man behind the gore sequences of Zombie Flesh Eaters. Second part of The Lord of the Rings. Now, what can I say about this film? It is a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it yet, then where have you been all this time? And you should see the whole entire trilogy. Lots and lots of extras. Andy Serkis, as you know, plays Gollum in it, who was also recently the older brother in The Cottage. And he comes to a sticky end in this third and final installment. He is more villainous. It's more of a nasty piece of work in this one, so he does get what he deserves. And talk about killing two birds and one stone in the process. And I nearly gave it away for you then. Sorry. And here is the Region 1 Anchor Bay disc of Malevolence. It's R-rated. I believe it's only got a 15 certificate in the UK, but don't let that put you off, because it is a very good film, very stunning film. This has a making of featurette on it, audio commentary by Stephen Mina, Brendan Johnson and associate producer Eddie Ackmore. Rehearsal footage deleted, has rehearsal footage, deleted scenes, original trailer and TV radio spots, and DVD-ROM screenplay. Quite a very good film actually. It did its round at the film festivals, I believe. Right, Dario Argento's contribution to the Masters of Horror TV series is Pelts. I can't believe this has ever been shown on television in the US, because it was very, very gruesome. People putting their faces in snares, has meatloaf in it. This disc is from America, and it consists of the making of Pelts and audio commentary with writer Matt Veen, storyboard gallery, and once again a screenplay DVD-ROM. Now I can't believe this didn't have a track with English subtitles on the German language track. Yeah, it has a terribly dubbed English language track on it. It's from director Olaf Ittenbach, one of his earlier films, Promutus. Yeah, it's a low budget zombie flick, shoestring budget, in fact. Lots of great gore sequences. This is the US Shokorama disc. I would love to see a version with German language and English subtitles someday. It was shown at Dead by Dawn years ago, where Adele Hartley had to type the English subtitles. She worked so hard typing the English subtitles as the film was going. Scared me to death as a kid. Has production notes theatrical trailer, cast and filmmakers' notes on it. I don't have to tell you a lot about this, I'm sure you know this film already. But what else can I say about it but classic? One of the first slash, I think this is argued to be the first ever slasher movies ever. Right, the Region 2 version of Ring. Released uncut here, very. This has been remade as The Ring. It's quite a suspenseful film. Don't go for the US one, go for this one, because this one's much better. And the kid in this one is also much more nicer than the kid in the US version. I'm telling you, if I ever bump into David Dorfman in the streets, I would probably punch him in the face for being such the horrible little boy that he was in the remake of it. Right, Wolf Creek. This is one of the most disturbing films I have ever seen on a Saturday night. This one consists of a commentary by Greg McLean, the director, and Matt Hearn, Cassandra McGrath, and Kirsty Morassi. This is the Region 2 Optimum version. And what it's about, it's a slasher movie about three British backpackers, one Australian, and they get bumped off by this evil Crocodile Dundee type person, in the most horrible ways. One is paralysed, and the other, after having her fingers cut off, and the other gets shot. Really nasty and unsettling film. I know this one's a classic sick film on the Video Nasties list. Now being passed as, this is the Vipco version, which is uncut. It was banned for years, uncut. Shogun Assassin, a revenge fantasy about a samurai that was framed and the government tried to force him and his son to commit suicide, but they kill everyone surrounding him and they go on the run, helping people. This is actually an edited version of the Lone Wolf and Cub series, which is also, I believe, available uncut on DVD. but I do believe though that one version is cut. One episode of the Lone Wolf and Cub series is cut, though. Now this is another UK Region 2 disc, The Slayer. This one was banned also for years on end, but is now available uncut. There's not a lot of there's no extras on this Vipco release. This is quite a creepy film about a creepy slasher fantasy about two couples that go on holiday to an island and get killed in various gruesome ways. One gets impaled through the cherries with a pitchfork, and another guy gets his bone swacked with a Rowan or some. I quite like this film, Stardust. There's no extras except the commentary from director Matt Vaughn and writer Jane Goldman. But it's a fine mixture of Lord of the Rings and Time Bandits. As Robert De Niro, as Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro, Charlie Cox and Sienna Miller, Vicar Gravis and Peter O'Toole in it. And the next one here is a dreaded remake, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I'm getting sick of remakes coming in left, right and centre. This one tells a different story to the original, but still the same idea, still loosely based on Ed Gein, and it also has the same cannibalistic family, but this time the lead baddie is the local sheriff. And we also have a prequel to the remake. This one has the uncut and theatrical version, and deleted scenes, extended scenes, ultimate endings and other stuff. It's about how they got that, how the family got like the way they were in the first place. Shows them being made redundant from the slaughterhouse and them choosing to feed on the flesh of passers-by. Zombie Holocaust. This one's a UK Region 2 disc, but is uncut. Has stills gallery and trailers, video art, actors' filmography and director's biography, and some deleted scenes. It's released by Stone Vision. I'm not sure whether these guys are still around, so this DVD could be out of print now, I think. Yeah, quite a brutal and bloody movie. Now, this is a fantastic film. I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. Time Bandits. This is the original DVD of it. I'll just show you what's in within the thing. This it has the replica map of. It has the map that replicates the map from the film. Well, that was the face all the midgets were pulling when Kevin took a photo of him, and oh fuck, I can't believe how long have I been doing this now. I'll have to change fucking discs again. Right, George Buckerit's last film, Schramm, the true story of some serial killer in Germany. Now this disc, this edition consists of a CD of the film, and also trailers of George Buckerit's movies. Like I was saying before about Schramm, it's done by the director George Buckerit. It's a low budget German horror film. It's the true story about a serial killer in Germany known as the Lipstick Killer. He starts having these hallucinations and stuff like that, and he befriends the prostitute next door, and I think he falls in love with her. Quite a disturbing, twisted film. There's a scene in it where he nails his worm to the table. The US disc of the Japanese gore opus Versus. Has over an hour and a half of bonus footage, feature-length commentary as in behind the scenes documentary, making of documentary, and a short movie by the same director called Nervous, and also an interview with the editor, and there's also a trailer on this for the film. I think that will be enough for one day. Okay, because I'm getting tired of changing discs, and I've got so many DVDs. I'm going to edit this all together and then upload it to YouTube. That's about it.